Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Valley News Now at 11. Duke Schindler joining you here as we got a lot to get through happening here in the Valley and otherwise outside of the Valley as well because, well, we'll start it off new this morning. Some breaking news as a Moorhead woman is facing 8 criminal charges, now 7 of them being felonies. That's after a late-night traffic stop near a storage facility that led deputies to find illegal firearms, burglary tools, and ammunition in her vehicle. So Danielle Whitebird of Moorhead was arrested in the early morning hours of June 1st after a Clay County Sheriff's Sergeant spotted her pickup truck leaving the area of a storage unit complex along Highway 10 near the Hawley Airport. The stop happening just after midnight. That's when officers approached Whitebird after noticing the truck had no front license plate and that the storage units had a history of break-ins. While speaking with her, officers observed what appeared to be a power tool in her pocket and noticed bolt cutters and a pry bar in the vehicle. Whitebird then admitted she had no storage unit at the location. Officers later found 3 storage units that had been broken into, with 2 left in disarray. During a search of the vehicle, deputies then found a loaded .25 caliber handgun under the center console and a modified 12 gauge under the rear seat. Whitebird is prohibited from possessing firearms or ammunition due to 4 prior violent felony convictions, including 2 counts of first-degree burglary with a dangerous weapon and criminal sexual conduct in the 4th degree. Now, something a little lighter here is in the state of Minnesota. We just saw a record crappie get caught not too long ago. Well, we have now a new catch and release lake trout record. Go ahead and take a look. Joe Bauda out of Benson, Minnesota, caught a 45.5-inch lake trout on Lake Superior in May, according to the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. Actually, I'm going to pull up I'm going to give this picture a little more justice here, see if I can't give you a better look at what this record is looking like here. Let's see if we can't get it pulled up. Boom. All right. Just want to give you guys a better look at what we're seeing here. There we go. All right. Yep, this is a way better look. Look at the absolute hog this guy pulled in. Shout out Joe for breaking this record here. The fish now has been certified as the state's new catch and release record for the species. Boda's trout beat the previous record by 1.5 inches. The earlier record fish was also caught this spring on Lake Superior, where this was caught as well. The DNR's catch and release records recognize anglers for trophy-sized fish that are returned to the water. So pretty cool visual there. Take a look one more time. 45.5 inches, so that would make the previous record 44 inches. Quite the fish caught in Lake Superior there. And as we move on, a Fargo man is going to be spending 45 years in prison. This comes after his role in a deadly South Fargo apartment shooting. Now, a Cass County judge sentenced 25-year-old Patrick Martin yesterday in connection with the December 2024 death of Rashawn Wilson. Martin pled guilty to murder and conspiracy to commit robbery. Court documents say Martin and 2 other men went to Wilson's apartment to rob him when a fight broke out and both Martin and a co-defendant fired shots. Wilson died the following day. As part of his sentence, Martin must testify against any co-defendants in this case. And as we move on to election season here, primaries coming up June 9th. Make sure you keep that in mind. And early voting has already started. Now, Valley News team's Eric George has everything you need to know about these upcoming primaries.
Eric from Valley News Live here. Early voting for the June 9th North Dakota primary and the City of Fargo election starts today across Cass County, and state officials are also urging voters to get their absentee ballots in. Today through Friday, you can vote in person at these locations from 11 to 7. The locations are Castleton City Hall in Castleton, the Hartle Ag Building at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds in West Fargo, Fargo Park Sports Center in South Fargo, Ramada by Wyndham on 13th Avenue South in Fargo, and the Fargo Dome. All of those locations, except for the Fargo Dome, will also be open Saturday as well from 11 to 5. Now, if you're voting absentee, the Secretary of State's office is asking you to fill out your ballot and send it back as soon as possible. Absentee ballots have to be received by your county auditor before the polls close on June 9th to count. You can mail it, drop it in your county secure drop box, or hand deliver it to the county auditor. But you cannot turn it in at a polling place. We'll have a link you can use to track your return ballot on our website to see when it's received. If it doesn't arrive in time, you can still vote in person on Election Day, and that in-person ballot is the one that will count. Now, there's lots of options to cast a ballot before June 9th, whether you vote early, absentee, or on Election Day. For now, reporting in studio, I'm Eric George for Valley News Live.
Thank you very much for that, Eric. Now, as we approach the summer season, we got tons of events coming up, and this one specifically for kids. So parents, listen up. A popular kids-centered event is taking place Friday at Island Park in Fargo. It's the 27th annual Midwest Kid Fest, which is back for another year of activities for your young ones. The Valley Today's Austin Corisu was live in studio this morning with all the details you need to know.
Like you mentioned, the 27th year of Midwest Kid Fest is taking place this Friday. This morning I'm joined with Tatiana. She's the event supervisor at Fargo Parks. So if you've been tuning into the Valley today, we talked all about it. We showed some crafts off earlier, and we got some more now to show about it. So quickly, for anyone who's just tuning in, what is Midwest Kid Fest?
Yes, so Midwest Kid Fest is our annual kid festival event that happens every year in Island Park. I truly always say it's like a kid's wonderland in Island Park of all the different things that they could want, from going on inflatables to different craft activities, face painting, carriage rides. There's all sorts of fun things going on. So
Yeah, and speaking of some of the fun things, there'll be a bunch of hands-on crafts, activities kids can partake in. So what is this that we got in front of us?
Yes. So one of the crafts that we have at Picasso Point, which is our craft area that we have going on, is kids can decorate and make their own little sunglasses. So these are just a fun, different way to decorate and personalize your sunglasses. So literally all you have to do is pick out all your what beads you want, and then just essentially glue them, or we also have glue dots to make it less messy. And you just put it on your sunglasses and decorate them so you have some fun sunglasses for the summer.
Yeah, definitely. Perfect timing too. And
Yeah.
you know, if they do it early in the day, they can wear them all day.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
perfectly. And so this event is also free to the public, right?
Yes, completely free. So we encourage anyone and everyone to come and just enjoy a fun day in Island Park. We have music going on and all sorts of different activities from different organizations and businesses from the community.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great event. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us this morning.
Yes,
Tatiana.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, and like Tatiana said, it's going to be taking place from 10:30 to 7 on Friday at Island Park. For now, we'll send it back on over to you guys over at the studio.
And thank you very much for that, Austin. Now, before we let you go here, it is going to be a volatile weather day, or I should say week here in the Valley. There is a first alert weather day from tonight into tomorrow morning. So to kind of explain what we're looking at here and how you may have to plan around your day, let's send things over to Lisa Green for more.
Stormy weather returning in the forecast for later tonight and for some of us this afternoon. And then again on Wednesday, both rounds include the potential for severe. So we're first alerting you to both rounds here. This evening, it's more eastern North Dakota, and this afternoon as well again. And then tomorrow, it's going to be more widespread. We're looking at for hail, wind. I can't rule out an isolated tornado as well. So looking at today, most of the day is going to be dry. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 80s for most of us. But eastern North Dakota, we're watching for that chance for some rain and thunder to pop up, and that's especially the case in the Devil's Lake Basin. Going to be on the breezy side too, some gusts near 30. And then you can see this evening it's going to be slow to try to move eastward, but gradually we'll see this line move east late tonight. It weakens as it does so, but still a chance for some thunderstorm activity. We get a little break in the morning, and then you could see more thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe for more parts of the valley tomorrow.
And thank you very much for that, Lisa. Now taking a look at what we have going on here in the valley right now. 76 degrees outside, a little different, probably about a 10-degree difference from last stream we had here at 11, but winds are much more prolific this time around. 18 miles an hour out of the southeast, and as we move on throughout the day, you heard what Lisa was saying there, and we just have kind of a chance of precipitation throughout the entire afternoon heading into the evening. As you can tell, 20% precipitation chance, but this thing's getting all the way up to 85 today. And moving into tonight, it's getting down to about, let's see, about 64 degrees, not too shabby. And then you see the rain kind of make its way into the area here. 74% precipitation there at 7 a.m. And as we move throughout the day, it's going to be on, off, spotty, here, there type of deal. You see 20% precipitation at 1 p.m., then goes to 50, back down to 15, 37, 68, 48, 60, 59, 42, 43. So we are kind of rolling the dice here on if we get rain moving through our specific area here. And as we look into, actually we'll check, before we look in the 10-day, we'll check out where this rain is, where this rain's heading as we move throughout the day. All right, so we're at 11:15 right now, and as we move throughout, if this lets me, you see some activity west of Grand Forks into Grafton. Things taper off a little bit, then you see just around Lisbon. This is going to be around 4:30, so if you're around that Lisbon area, make sure you're taking note of that. 4:30 is when it's going to move into the area. Then you see it move a little south, or a little northeast, all the way up to 6 o'clock. This is how far we can go, but as you can see, there is a massive system moving through the area. Not exactly sure how much of that is going to make its way into Fargo. I believe yesterday, on Valley News Live at 4 Summer, let me know that it should be around 1 inch of precipitation when it's all said and done here. And looking at that 10-day, 85 for today as a high, 79 tomorrow, 70% chance of precipitation. We just went through that. Thursday, partly cloudy, 81. Friday, 77. Scattered thunderstorms around then too. 64% humidity at 50% precipitation. But winds aren't as insane as we have seen the last couple weeks here. Not too many days getting near that 20 mile an hour, maybe with gusts here and there. But this weekend, 84, 87, slight chance of rain there on Sunday, but it should be making up for a really good weekend. 84, 87, like I mentioned, for highs. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sticking around that mid-80s mark, 85, 83, 86, and probably scattered rain here and there. Thursday, 78. All right, we're just going to wrap things up there. So thank you guys very much for joining us here on the stream. Of course, make sure you have the Valley News Now, or Valley News, I should say, app downloaded on your smartphone, mobile device. You can find it in the App Store. Never miss another Valley News Now at 11. Or if you got a smart TV like the one behind me, make sure you have the VNL app on there as well. If you got Roku, Fire, Amazon Fire, I should say, Apple TV, those are all available, or I should say the VNL app is available on all of those platforms. So thanks again for joining us here on Valley News Now at 11. For Duke Schindler, we'll catch you later.